G'day guys, I'm Waddle Gaming and welcome back to Fallout 76. Now, last part, I said I was gonna do the prison after the other part that I did. That has now changed. I tried doing that, but unfortunately I could not get that bloody quest to load in because you need to find a robot that was more or less a random encounter. So we're not doing the prison. I'm gonna cut that bit out. So we're down here, right near Flatwoods. We're going to start continuing our way down towards the ash heap. If I get the chance, I will go back up and do it, if we run into it. But at the moment, there are several things that I'm just going to start cutting out. I'm just going to start focusing on the main mission, which brings us to this part. We need to go do the Scorched Inoculation program, which is long overdue because I spent time up in the Toxic Valley. To get there, however, we're going to need to go down into the ash heap, which is something that I need to hurry up and do. So we're going to take a little trip down there. I am going to focus on the main missions, but I will run across locations when I need to. And this is one of the areas that I'm going to cross, because we haven't been any further south than Flatwoods. And this door is mysteriously open, which usually it's not. This door's usually locked. I was going to show off where to get the key, and I still will, but in here you can get a cap stash. There is also a holotape, which I might as well play.
Doug, Carl, I've left for Camden Park to meet our buyer. Doug, I've taken your key to the west door. I'm sorry, but I can't keep coming back to find new dings and scratches just because you can't resist taking our little project out for a spin. Trying to sell this thing, remember? Look, assuming this guy shows, I'll be back by this evening. The buyer's a military type. He wants to make the trade while riding the Widowmaker. No idea why. I think he's living out some kind of personal spy fantasy. That's fine by me. I wanted to try that ride since I was a kid.
Right, now, that Widowmaker that they're talking about, that is something I can get my hands on, and I won't spoil it now, but I will come and do it later just to show off that little unmarked subquest to get the not the Widowmaker. The Widowmaker is the roller coaster they are on. The thing that they were talking about is inside the door at the other side of this bridge, which I'm heading to now. Unless someone has already done that, I cannot get into there until I get the key, which is something that I will show off when we get down to it. And there is the bridge key for what I just opened down there that's usually locked. So, here is the other door at the opposite end of the bridge. This is the door we have to open. And it also... do I even want to know how the hell you just burrowed down here? Goddamn mole rats. These little bastards burrow out of anything. This door we can't get into. We need the West Bridge key, which is down in Camden Park. And that is a place I am going to within the next couple of parts. So I will definitely make a note of coming back here once I have the key just to show it off. Which also reminds me, I've also got 2 level ups. I've got probably 2 more than what I should have, due to the fact that I had that part that didn't work out while I was up in the Toxic Valley. I am starting to have a rethink about what I want to do for my build. I was thinking about rifles and shotguns, but I'm thinking I now might add in some pistol in there. Maybe keep 1 rifle on me, 2 pistols, and maybe a shotgun. Something of that kind that I am now going to have to work out. So, in saying that, if I'm going to stay with pistols, I'm going to need to start going into more agility, but at the same time, I seriously need to go into more strength. So, I have 2 ranks of pack rat I could take. What else have we got? So, we've got Martial Artist, your melee weapons swing 20% less. Vaccinated, chance of catching a disease from creatures are reduced by 30%. And Cap Collector. That one I am going to get much, much later. So we don't need to worry about that one for now. But there isn't really a great choice, and I should really start going for pistol damage as well. That is something I'm going to need to go into really fast. So I reckon I could put a second rank into... I could actually put a rank into lowering my pistol's weight and also getting another point of strength. So we'll get another point of strength. And do I want sturdy frame? Do I just want that one rank? Or do I want to just go with more shotgun damage? Yeah, more shotgun damage wouldn't be a bad thing. So we'll level that one up. And now we'll also take... Actually, I don't need to take a point in agility right now. Mainly because I have that moving target that I'm not using. So what I might do is I might put it into luck and then take, what was it called again? Yeah, packing light. My pistols weigh 25% less. I am carrying 2 pistols around and they do weigh nearly 5 by themselves, so we'll take that one out, put that one in, and we'll also put in serendipity, just for fun. So what do my pistols weigh now? The Somerset Special weighs 4.2, and that weighs 4.27. So I've dropped like maybe 2 points of weight. But I wouldn't actually mind going into pistols a little bit more. Why not? Pistols seem to be relatively powerful in this game, even that pipe revolver, which I may just continue using, 'cause we can use this up to level 50 and even beyond that. The pipe weapons have seemed to become really, really versatile since Fallout 4, because Fallout 4, they were, like, used up to level, like, 20, and that was it. Where in this game, they seem like they can go past that and be as powerful as any other pistol in the game. So we might as well continue using pistols.
Alert. Possible source of contact.
I'll rack off, Mr. Handy. I'm not interested in doing fertile bloody soil again. That is just a quest that needs to go away
Initialize scanning protocol.
and never come back. It really, really does. Also, I have figured out if I'm not gonna have pocketed for a while on any of my armor pieces except my chest, I might as well just start picking up other armor, like metal armor and that, because leather armor only really gives me stuff to resist against energy. So it might be working against these Mr. Handies right here. Admittedly, these guys are only level 1s, but when I get down to the ash heap, I'm going to be versing enemies that don't have energy weapons. They're going to have ballistic weapons. Which means my armor is going to give me less and less resistance as I go through. So I might need to think, possibly, about going into a different armor set until I start getting some pocketed parts. So, by the looks of it, it looks like Poseidon Power Plant has been turned on. That's a little bit disappointing because I did want to do that place. So, in that case, the power plants, I'm going to leave them till later. There are 3 power plants in total around the map. There is Poseidon right there. Up to the north, we've got Monongahela. I think that's how you say it. And then way up in the Maya, we've got Thunder Mountain. Something else that I'm going to have to do later, because they do give you generator plans. So, I'll leave them for now. I might actually try and do them later as part of a separate part, but to be honest, all the parts that I've got coming up, they're really full to the brim with other stuff that I have to do, so I'll see about doing it later. I might have to do like a couple of parts after I finish the game of going back and doing other stuff.
Hello again, friends. I am so pleased to announce that the boilers here at the Giant Teapot are full again. That means my special blend will be bubbling up shortly. So if you fancy a nice cuppa, the more the merrier.
So, this event, called Tea Time, is very simple. All we have to do is start up these boilers and defend one of 3 pipes. Or rather, defend them all, but the game will accept if you defend one. So we might as well get this thing moving. This will give me a load of XP. And if I'm really lucky, I find a manual. These things I don't even need the perk card anymore. I've just gotten to the point where I've just started looking for them in Game World, and I've found a lot of them. There's also a bowler hat. It's totally baller.
The boilers are heating up. I'm afraid the local creatures don't like this next part. Shame, really. You'd best keep an eye out for trouble.
You got it, buddy. So, as I said before, we just defend these pipes. Usually this is easier if you have multiple people doing it, but admittedly you only need one pipe that's left alive at the end to complete this mission, and there's not really a lot of dangerous stuff that spawns in. So let's just keep a watch out for anything that pops up, and there can be any variety of stuff that shows up during this. You got your basic creatures, your rad toads, your mongrels, your ticks, your ants. Anything can pop up during this. Let's just hope a Scorch Beast or something unexpected doesn't show up, or I may be running for my life.
Goodness! One would think these creatures would be accustomed to this by now. Boilers report the water temperature is 92.7653 degrees. Still a ways to go for proper tea. One can't want such things.
Okay, so the enemies are slightly bugging out on this event. They're not really spawning in. I just went and defeated a blood bug over there in that red rocket, and that apparently forced a second wave. So, unfortunately, if I'm very unlucky and what I think is happening, there's really only going to be one enemy per wave, which means I'm going to get more of crap XP out of this. But then again, I will get some tea out of it, and that's what we're really after, isn't it? Hi, how you doing? Thank you for helping, I guess. Right, so now we've got some help. Now some enemies might bloody start showing up and the secondary pipe's under bloody attack again. By the same dog. Why do you guys like this pipe so much? Why does it compel you to go and bite it? It's just water. Or at least we hope it's water and not nothing else. I'm taking it this guy must be like a stealth melee specialist. By the way, she's creeping around. I'm taking it that's what she's doing. Either that, she's just doing it for fun. But yeah, by the looks of it, there's going to be no other enemies spawning in here. So all we got to do now is just wait until the quest completes itself. And we get some Radaway deep-pocketed leather armor limbs, you say? Wait, am I actually able to put them in armor? I reckon I would be able to put those in. That's something to think about. I don't have my camp near me, but yeah, maybe next part we'll have a look at that and see if that is actually going to be the case. Now, where is Sweetwater? Because him and me need to have a chat.
Gracious, the weather has been odd lately, hasn't it? Welcome! Welcome. I'm thrilled that you've come to view our own giant teapot. One of our many claims to fame here in Appalachia. I'm your humble but enthusiastic host, Giles Sweetwater. But please call me Sweetwater. I would serve you a most delightful cup of tea if only I had more honey. Perhaps you could find some.
So, this dude wants us to get some honey.
A nice cup of tea.
And the game will magically tell me where to go get honey. But I don't need to follow the game. I have done this quest before. I know exactly where to go get honey. Just a little ways down from where Sweetwater is, so you don't need to fast travel or spend your caps or do all with that useless stuff. I'm gonna take you to a little spot down here. If this mole rat would stop popping in and out of existence and just verse me like a mole rat, instead of being a little bastard. The honey that we want is just down here on one of these trees. And I'm hoping I've come the right way. And yes, I have, because I can magically see the bee swarms that are sitting in front of my face. There is so much honey here, you can instantly get 10 easily. Although you do have to watch out for the bee swarms, because they physically don't like it when A, you either go near their nest, or 2, you steal their shit. Right, I think that's enough honey. That is definitely enough honey. I think it's time to run before they bring out a honey beast. Because unlike Fushnut, I don't have people to deal with those for me. I have to deal with one myself, and if they get close to you, their pincers hurt like hell.
Oh, gracious, you're back already. How wonderful. Ooh, delightful. This honey will be the final touch on my special blend. Please do return to brew up more if you enjoy the surprisingly subtle flavors. It takes a while for our automated system to fill the boilers fully, but once they're ready, it doesn't take long to get the tea fully steeped. It's a little noisy and there's quite a lot of steam, but the aroma just permeates the air. So pleasing. In any case, you'll know the batch is done when the whistle blows. Thank you again for your assistance.
Thank you, Sweetwater. And there we go, Strange Brews complete. I have got a Letterite leg, which means that's going to be another legendary variant. So we'll have to see what that entails. That gives us some Rat X, some healing salve, some honey, and also some of his special blend.
A nice cup of tea and a biscuit go well with Armageddon.
Yes. You've said that already, Sweetwater. Shut up. That was an assassin's leg, which is more built in for PvP. So, stuff that one. I'm probably just gonna wind up selling that one off, and I should probably sell some of the other ones I've gotten off. So, Poseidon is pretty much done. We can't do anything with that. I reckon it's time to make a rundown and to start our main quest for today, the Scorched Inoculation Program, or an Ounce of Prevention. They should just seriously call it the Scorched Inoculation Program. Why is it called an Ounce of Prevention? Just call it what the name is. We already know what the research is. I'm just gonna have to check when I get back to a workbench if and when I can install those deep-pocketed mods. Because if I can do that early, there's my carry weight issue solved. It just means I'm going to be using leather armor for most of the rest of this playthrough, and the frickin' train station is doing this again. I was staring into the ether. What the hell are you? I was staring into the ether of unrendered worlds just then. Oh, and there's the Grafton monster, just like I said he would be. You're coming up to attack me, aren't you? Actually, you know what? Hold off on that grenade. I'm just not even gonna bother firing at him. Do I really need to come in here? You tell you what, I'll do it just for a quick second, because there is a chest in here that requires a key. So stuff it. We'll come in here real quick. Just go and grab that chest. So there is the Charleston train luggage key. That is the key I think we need to get in. There is also a bobblehead for medicine up here, plus a stealth boy. So already, this trip in here has been worth a lot. Stealth boys I'm going to need for the Mistress of Mystery quest, which I already have a few on me, along with the hallucinogen gas canisters that we'll need as well. We'll get up to that more when it becomes available. Bloody Liberators are nothing but a joke in this game. Okay. I'm pretty sure the game is trolling me at this point with these stupid chests, and it's getting kind of irritating, because I usually get some really good stuff out of that, and now the game is telling me to go screw myself. And I really do not appreciate what the game's trying to do here. I'm just trying to play the game. Game's trying to be a dick. These two things should not intertwine together. But anyway, here we are at our first major mission location for the Ash Heap. And yes, there is a crap load of Scorched here. So hopefully at this point, I won't be running into super mutants anytime soon. Or maybe at least until I go up the hill to the Rusty Pick, but we'll deal with that issue when it comes up. Hopefully I'll get lucky and it'll either be ghouls or mole miners, but admittedly, those two options aren't even that good as well. Inside this creepy old place, however, would you believe we've got more Scorched? So these guys are going to be no problem. If anything, they're going to give me a load of weapons to break down, including all the hunting rifles and shotguns in the world. So if I go overweight, so be it. And at some point, I will get concentrated fire free. So I shouldn't be missing with VATS as much as what I should be. There's a bunch of stuff you can do in this place, but for now, there's really no point in looting anywhere, because this place contains a little bit of loot, but it's like normal locations. Hang on, this is a cafeteria. I'm in the need for plastic, which there is a bit here. Actually, there's a lot here. Okay, I'm in a need for plastic and aluminium, which there are a couple of those as well, and also adhesive. Adhesive is another thing I'm running low on. But then again, I've been saying I've been running low on that for good ways across half this game now. So we're just going to have to deal with the adhesive problem as it comes up. This room down here, I think, only has a locked door, which I don't even know if I can open. Luckily, I can open this. There you go, first try. You never get horribly lucky with those. Oh, pack of duct tape. Gloriousness. I'll take some of that. I'm already overweight, so I can't do much worse with continuing to be overweight. Let's just be happy that Fallout 76, when you go overweight, doesn't give you health damage like it did in Fallout 4's survival mode. That was a pain in the ass to deal with, especially when it kept crippling your legs every 5 minutes. Right, you're the boss. If that would not be a pain in my ass. There we go. I'm almost up to the next level too. I'm speeding through the levels now. Absolute speeding. I'll just take all of that to break down. And everything else that's in here too. Look at all this loot. So, here we go. The Inoculation Project overview. So its purpose is to produce a vaccine against a mutagenic effect known as the Scorch Plague. The method is by extracting blood samples from 3 different candidates, which are feral ghouls, mole rats, and a wolf. And I also need a Type T fuse. Okay then, that is a lot of stuff that we have to get. Luckily, the mole rat is over here, the feral ghoul is over here, and the wolf is over where that level 16 is. The Type T fuse, however, is sitting up in an area I haven't discovered yet, but thanks to the wonders of Foshnut Day, we have got Helvetia under control, which means I can fast travel up there anytime that I want. So, the first creature on our list that we have to get is a good plain and old simple mole rat, which, luckily and conveniently, one was able to teleport me to dead. So we'll collect that blood sample, and that one's out of the way. And there we go. We've also discovered the Ash Heap region. There is a lovely tasty ghoul along with a... What in the living hell are you doing here? Rack off. You're not supposed to be down here. We are supposed to be getting nothing but ferals, mole miners, and ghouls and whatnot. I do not need to see super mutants down here. I really don't. The Toxic Valley was full of them. I don't need to see more down here. The last thing we need to go get is our wolf, which conveniently for me is just ahead of me. There you are. Right, get the wolf sample. And I might actually take out a few more of these guys, because I kind of need some more food to cook. Because I am running out of food. And I'm also running out of water. So I might need to find a cooking station. With those 3 blood samples taken now, we can now head up into the other direction to collect the Type T fuse, which conveniently that level 16 is up there. So what I might reckon I might do first is just fast travel back to my camp. Right, back at my camp, all I want to do here is just drop off my loot and cook all that delicious meat that I picked up. I badly, badly need food. So badly. But this should hopefully help me, and I have also just leveled up. Fine, let's take that right now. So, this level up. What the hell do I want to do with this one? You know what? Might as well, let's just do it. Ground Pounder's now available, and wait, what else has become available? Scattergun has become available. I might need to go into that one sooner rather than later. Contractor is new. That one I don't need to worry about. Also, Modern Renegade is new as well. That one I might consider going into, and nothing else. Fine. Take a point in perception, put it into concentrated fire, let's get that finished. Now my aiming with that should be a lot better. That is level 18, so we're 2 levels off getting another perk card pack. Well, there's Helvetia in the distance. It looks like all the Fushnut stuff's been removed. That's kind of disappointing. We need to head up here to Greg's Mining Supplies so we can get this quest out of the way. After this, all we're going to have to do is just head back down, and we should be able to finish that quest in one hit. And I'll continue doing more videos just focusing on the main storyline, but we'll see later. I've got a plan set out for the whole series, but we'll have to see later if I can deviate a little bit and go into something else. So, this door by default should be locked, which it is. Only the mine key can get into here. What we need to do, since there's a load of Scorched here, is go in via this house, look for anything that we can loot, including magazines. Loose screws, I'll take them. And the way we get in is down here, through this small little basement. There is another brewing station here, and there is also a story. High level 16 with green hair? Oh, it would appear that someone is doing the same quest as me. Okay, we can help each other out. And I don't know if she noticed me or not. Possibly she hasn't. Now she has. Hi, how you doing? Let's just quickly work our way through. And yes, the story is here that this guy tried building a smaller version of a mining driller and tried doing it with something. I'll see if I can find the terminal at the end, but he tried doing it with something, and from what I remember, he almost blew the entirety of the block up. Which would you imagine that your neighbors wouldn't be that impressed if you try to do that at home, so please don't try that at home. There is the Type T fuse right there, which means we can just get out of here whenever we feel like it. The only thing that I'm getting annoyed by in this game is when you see an enemy that has a weapon, you kill that enemy, and then they give you something completely and utterly random. Like, where is the weapon they were holding? Why can't we have that? Just seems a bit stupid in that regard. Now, can I find any info if I unlock this terminal about what this dude was doing down here? Because it was something to do with mining drilling. Here we go. Finally got into this terminal. We've got a safe that we can disengage. Beautiful. Now, what have we got? Day 45s, 48, 55, and 63. Okay, yes. So he was actually using mining equipment downstairs, and he wasn't exactly doing a good job at it. Nearly ripped out the drill bit and the shaft melted, not to mention the rumbling just about shook my building to the ground. Took no time at all for old Mrs. Withers across the street to start banging on my door, told her it was an accident. I'm not sure she bought it. And he was also working for a mine foreman who was supposed to give them an upgraded version of that mining equipment. But unfortunately, that deal never panned out. And then, would you believe it, the bombs fell. And he unfortunately died. Which seems to be the running joke in this game. These guys are on the verge of doing something, then the bombs fell, and now they've got nothing. We can now get back down to AVR Medical and load all the different things into where they've got to go. Alright, back down into the room where we had to go. And there is yet another player down here. We're discovering a lot of these guys. Let's place the Type T fuse in. And let's also load the blood samples into the centrifuge. Analyze the blood samples, please. There we go. We should be ready to administer the anti-scorch plague inoculation on us. So please stim Mr. Toofy here. He badly needs it.
Hello. This is Dr. Claire Hudson. And if you're hearing this, it means you must have completed my work and inoculated yourself. The next step is to find out if our elite anti-scorched unit, the Fire Breathers, are still alive. You can find them at the Charleston Fire Department. The Fire Breathers need to know the vaccine is ready. If they didn't make it, then you're going to need their weapons to stay alive.
Okay, now that that scorched inoculation program is complete, we can now go do a little bit of exploring. And the place I picked is Hornwright HQ. So let's go check that terminal down there, and this should kick off a little side quest that we can do. That reporter was here again this morning, asking about the motherlode. Mentioned something about toxic dump sites. I told him I had no idea what he was talking about, like you told me, but I got the sense he didn't buy it. Is there something else I should have said? And sorry not to bother you so much, but I haven't heard a peep from HR about taking over Annie's position. You haven't heard anything, have you? So we've started the motherlode. We now have to go up to somewhere up top and inquire about this thing called the motherlode, which we will be possibly seeing later in the ash heap, which is the reason that I wanted to come and do it now. And yes, I have actually checked the armorer for Deep Pocketed. Unfortunately, even though I have the mod and the plan to make Deep Pocketed, I can't actually put it on my armor until I get level 3 armorer, which is a little bit on the disappointing side, but that should have been something I should have seen coming. Because in 2 levels, all my armor and weapons are going to be useless. I'm going to have to go create a whole new set, which is probably the reason why I'm looting around so frantically right now, trying to get materials in 2 levels' time. However, if you follow this little ramp wall that's been crumbled away or something, if you follow this all the way up, 1, you'll reach the next level, but 2, if you also... Hi, Feral Ghoul. Can you not? 2, if you also follow this up right to the top, you'll reach an office that you can't get to if you went up to the next level. If you come into the next room, you'll see a safe that can only be opened via a key. The key, of course, is just sitting right here. Okay, that's not too bad. I mean, it's still crap, but I got something I can break down at least. Penelope Hornwright, Senior Operations Executive. We've got a scrapping station in here. I'll scrap some of that. We've got a terminal, and we've got another terminal. And we've got a Scorched in the next room, who obviously got fired. Okay, that's about the Rockhound that's on top of the hill. That's the giant ore excavator you can see in the distance. The National Guard finally cleared out the last of the rebels. That's not what I want. There we go. That's about the Motherlode project. So now I'm going to need an ID to get into the top floor where the senior executives go. And I can either go get the HR password, or I can do it another way. And the other way is what I'm going to do, because the other way is just a stroke of genius.
Password accepted. Welcome, applicant, to the Hornwright Industrial Hiring System. Please insert your resume into the receptacle for analysis. Or take our senior executive exam to see if you've got what it takes to be part of the Hornwright team.
So, we either have to go get a resume from downstairs in the archive room, that's all the way down at the bottom, or we can take the test and see if we got what it takes to be a capitalist bastard in this big, big world. And that is what I am going to do. Now, you could take the test straight out and pass it on your first go, just by being the biggest dick available, or you can have a look around for a little while and you will find a couple of notes.
Hanover, this is Daniel Hornwright. I presume you've seen to it that the Technology Support Group has updated the Senior Executive exam with my clarified answers. I'm growing weary of the spineless executives you've been sending me. You find me some candidates with the wherewithal to survive here, or else I'll find someone who will.
So Daniel Hornwright owned Hornwright Mining, and they were in direct competition with a group called Garahan, which we'll be learning about way later when we move down to the south of the ash heap, down about here. Yeah, and you would kind of guess that this man did not suffer failure lightly. Okay, and we don't get anything out of there. I am pretty sure there is a cheat sheet here somewhere, but I can't remember where it is. I think it's maybe down another floor, but I reckon we can pass it without doing that. Question 1. An accident has occurred at one of the company's automated mines, resulting in the death of multiple mine bosses. Now, on this test, you want to be basically the biggest bastard alive. So, I will blame the incident on agitators in the local unions, because why wouldn't you? You've come into possession of some damning proprietary information from one of our competitors. That's a very interesting one. We don't want to destroy it, that's the goody-goody approach. We could actually blackmail them, or we could actually send it to the media. I can't remember which answer this is, so I'm going to assume we send it to the media. A local politician has come to you requesting a sizable campaign donation in return for preferential legislation. How do you respond? Reveal the request to the public. No, that's goody-goody approach. Politely refuse. That's the goody-goody approach. No, we want to dig up dirt to lower their price. You've received threats from a group upset with our automation policy. What do you do? No, we offer them lucrative jobs to get them to reveal their identities. There we go. You've been offered a higher paying position at a local regional competitor. What do you do? What is the biggest bastard answer I could have here? Leverage the offer into a high paying position here. That's to your own end, I guess. That one's a goody-goody approach. Now let's turn over the details to Hornwright's top-notch corporate intelligence team. Have I become the biggest bastard in the world here? I got 5 out of 5.
Complete. It looks like you've got what it takes to be our next senior executive.
I hate myself already.
Proceed to the Human Resources Office to collect your official Hornwright Executive ID.
Believe me, Mr. Robot Automation Hiring System thing, I hate myself already for knowing all the answers to that test.
Senior Executive detected. ID card issued.
Okay, so there's our ID. Next, what we have to do is head back down to the bottom floor and take the elevator up to the Senior Executive area, because I'm entitled that way. This is where all the entitled people live. Up on the top floor, and you're not entitled, you're fired. No one's entitled up here except for my character. Right, into the next room. Still gotta figure out some information about the Motherlode, but that's what this friendly, helpful robot is here for.
User detected. Connecting.
User connection detected. Motherlode 003 reporting. User, System 003 requests assistance. Fuel levels critical. Hull critical. This mother load requires repair beacon. User, recover. Repair beacon. User, recover. Repair beacon.
So, this motherload automation thing, this is basically the motherload speaking to us right now. We need to search the lab to find out where we can get a repair beacon. And the way to do that is to start on this terminal right here. In this, we have a couple of notes from a user who's been terminated. He got fired by the boss himself. There we go, the repair beacon requisition code. After that, we imprint this number into this keypad right here. So, what was it again? 36984.
Requisition code accepted. Issuing repair beacon.
That gives us our repair beacon. If it ever shows up. Oh, it shows up in this one here. I think. There we go.
Beacon deployment clearance granted.
User, proceed. Down. Deploy. Beacon. Proceed. Elevator.
So now she wants us to go down the elevator and activate the repair beacon. That's fine. We go into this office here, which happens to be Daniel Hornwright's office. And I don't think I can access this terminal, can I? No, I cannot. That is locked to a level 2. I don't have level 2 yet. What we do want to pick up, however, is the Hornwright Estate access keycard. We will be going there later when we get down near Garahan. And we want to take this one right here. I also just had a rad roach that tried to attack me, but the loading screen was just a little bit too fast for it. This is the sub-level where the motherload can pop up and talk to us and do all sorts of things. There is also another member of a terminated management down here, so he needs to get terminated and fired. So does this one. I have mutated and gained an egghead. The hell's an egghead? Ow. Intelligence plus 6 is great, but the rest is shit. I might want to... Actually, you know what? Stuff it. This will give me way more XP. What's my current... I have intelligence 10. For the time being, that is not a bad thing, because I am about to complete a quest, which means that's going to give me twice as much XP that I physically wouldn't be able to have right now. So, stuff it. I'm going to leave that mutation on until after I get rid of this quest, and then I will get rid of it. But there's not really much else down here, apart from the quest, of course. So another short submachine gun I'll take. And another 44. This note right here details the excavator suit of power armor that we will learn about later when we get down to Garahan. As you can see, Hornwright had their hands in everything, even their competitors' works, to try and sabotage it. A Hardened Raider chest piece, and that is a shit chest piece due to the fact that it is a level 5. And we don't touch level 5 stuff. This level 5 stuff is crap. And it is time to summon the motherload.
Beacon. Launch detected. Distance 1200 meters. 800 meters. 400 meters. Motherload connection. Connection complete. Repair systems engaged. Motherload status nominal. Repeat, status nominal. Initiating breach procedure. User, stand clear. User presence detected. Priority materials deposited in docking station. Motherload 003 complete, user. Motherload complete. Motherload remembers.
Bye, Motherload. We'll be seeing you later when we get down to the ash heap. So there's the Motherload. It's a giant drilling thing that Hornwright came up with that just roams around below ground. We've also got a gift to get from her as well. And there we go. There's the Motherload complete. Quick and easy quest, but that gets us a lot of good stuff. Gets us some ore that we can then scrap, plus some ultracite, which I'm going to have to start collecting at some stage. But that is that quest complete, and that also means this is where I'm going to leave this video off for today. So next time we're going to head up to the Charleston Fire Department. We're going to do the Fire Breathers quest line, and if I have enough time, I am going to head out and do Camden Park as well, because the Fire Breather quest line shouldn't take us that long. So drop a like, leave a comment, and I will see you all in the next video.